brackets for my drop bed. So what we're going to do is, for the drop bed, I'm going to put one of these on either side of this frame, tight to the wall, and I'm going to drill a hole through. I'm going to drill 3 holes in a row. 2 of them will be rivets, 1 will be the bolt that goes through. So essentially there'll be 1 on each side of the rail, bolt going through, and my straps, which are these babies. I'm going to cut the hook off, but I'm going to hang the strap from the bolt. And essentially I'm going to run from one side to the other, in one strap. So I'm going to have 2 straps, but it'll look like 4, and a central bar that they'll wind up on to lift the bed up and down. Alright, it's got a quick test set up here. I'm going to be running the bed off of a battery. I'm going to have a switch in between, a direction changing switch, but it's essentially how it's going to be hooked up. It'll just be hardwired. This will be mounted probably on the side of it. And alright, we'll give her a test. I'll clip this baby in and away we go. So 2 straps to do the lifting. It'll lift equally then because it's pulling one strap essentially to lift the whole bed. Rollers are in. I got the strap ran through. Let's turn it on and see what happens here. Ready? Bent. That's what we were going for. But yeah, I'm going to get these cleaned up and drilled, and we'll pop rivet them on. Little tech tip to save you some time. I'm building 8 brackets, all the same. So essentially all you have to do is measure 3 holes. And then you can repeat it on your vise. So you set the first one and you pick a spot on the vise. I know this isn't extremely precise, but it's pretty accurate, especially if you're using rivets or bolts. So what I've done is I just flush my bracket. These are all exactly 3 inches long. So I just flush my bracket to the end of the vise, and then I did set the first hole, punched it through, do all 8 brackets, set them all the same, do that one hole, boom, 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 and then set the next hole, do the same thing, drill it, pull that bracket, put the next one in, drill it, pull that bracket, put the next one in, till you get to this hole. And then, yeah, it's the same thing. So they all just, they'll line up perfectly. I'll show you this one's done. it out. Get over top of this one. Oh, trying to do this with one hand here. Just give me a second. But as you can see, the holes line up perfectly. And all I did was just set it in one spot, do each bracket at a time per hole. It's a lot of undoing and doing up the vise, but these brackets aren't all perfect. They weren't cut in a mill, so if you try and stack them, one will lift up and pull out and the other one will shimmy around, and it's really hard to get the holes to go through. You'll see that in the time lapse, me messing around with the first hole, and then I decided to do it this way. I should have known better. I've known about doing that. I do it at work all the time, but I was just trying to stack a big pile of them and do it in one shot to save some time. But that always can't save you time, but that method does. Then you don't have to measure out each individual one and blah 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 blah, or reset your vise back and forth a million times. It's just in, out, in, out, in, out. Next hole, do it that way. It's a little time saving tip there. I got a few more to go. just about it for today, but I got the mounts up. So they're just those little plates I cut out, drilled, and I got 3 stainless steel multi-grip rivets. I have some heavier 1/4-inch ones, but they were physically too long. I can show you. Here we go. These are like the same ones I was using in the wall, except these are a pan head, not a countersunk. So these are very strong. I was going to use them, but they're too long. They're way too long. And being I was putting them on opposing sides of each other, they would definitely hit. That's part of the problem with drilling all your holes the same. If I would have did them diagonally and then just flipped a plate, then they would have been staggered. Might have got away with it, but instead I've got I got these little guys. They're well, they're not little, they're 3/16 stainless multi-grip. They're very strong, and they did the job. So we've got 2 plates, and there'll be a bolt through to hang the strap. And I got 4 of them. So that should do the lifting for the lift bed. That's what the straps will attach to.